rolling.
Welcome back, everyone. This is episode 176 of the Jiu-Jitsu Dummies podcast. We are brought to you by the amazing Black Belt Digital Marketing. Anything you need to build your business on or offline, website design, SEO, Google Ads, graphic design, printing. We introduced 2 new AI products, AI Receptionist and AI Web Chats. Check us out at Black Belt Digital Marketing. That's on Instagram, or our website is bbdigitalmarketing.com. Request a free review of your online presence right there on the homepage today. We're also brought to you by Academy Safe. Academy Safe is a nonprofit whose mission is to help clean up the martial arts by advocating for background checks, U.S. Center for Safe Sport certifications, and concussion training for all coaches and staff members at every academy throughout the United States and Canada. I'm the founder, executive director of Academy Safe. Rob Ingram is the founder of McDojo Life. He's our executive VP. And together we're going to completely change the way people find and vet academies throughout the country. If I'm screwing this up totally, it's because of this little cold that I still have. Okay. But here's our newest member right here. Let's just drop that one. Hey, congratulations.
Man. Thank you. Thank you very much. We are officially an Academy Safe gym at American Top Team Palm Beach Gardens.
Very cool. Well, we love it. We've created some posts that you're going to see us tag you in. If they didn't put it out today, it'll be out in the next couple of days. We did some cool announcement posts. You know that now we'll like use your sticker and put it out, like add you to stories, or if we do a repost, we'll put the sticker in the corner. Make sure you collab
always,
and if you put the sticker in and then collab with us, then the sticker's there. Like take every opportunity to scream it from the rooftops. So besides the background check, safe sport, concussion training, we're asking that you have defibrillator on premises, that you have CPR first aid and defibrillator training, security cameras. We verify the owner and coaches, their lineage. Basically all of your staff members should be listed on the website. And we also verify Academy insurance, which is always kind of why are you worried about their insurance? Everybody has insurance. No, they don't.
No, they don't.
We know of people that are running academies that don't. But you can check us out at academysafe.org. Get your academies registered today. Use code JJD. FIVE, it's JJD5, but you spell out 5. Do that at checkout. You get a few dollars off your annual membership. You don't need to have everything ready, right? It took a couple of months, right? You listed. You're benefiting from the listing as well, though. We list you right away once you pass the background check.
As the boss, organize your people in times. If you are running a gym, you should be having staff meetings.
Yeah.
And if need be, you can hit your meeting stuff real quick, your appointments, everything you need, and then take 40 minutes and do your videos.
Like you could do everything together real quick.
Seriously, I think the concussion protocol was like 15 minutes.
15 minutes like on the videos, and then so there's some questions. Yeah. It's less than a half hour.
There's one unit that takes 45 minutes, and I believe that's where you go over grooming and warning sign.
Well, I think the safe sport is probably a couple of hours total.
Okay.
It's probably, I did it 3.
It's 3 units, and each one takes about 40. Yeah. You have a video, a test, new video. It's 4 parts per unit. Either way.
I did it during lunch. I would make lunch, I would eat lunch, and I'd sit there watching the videos and answering the questions.
When I started telling my guys, hey, get these videos done, we took 15 to 30 minutes after a meeting, and it was 2 to 3 meetings, and the entire staff was done. Yep. But your CPR, AED, first aid, you have to do on hand. Now, I've.
What do you mean you have to do on hand?
You have to be there. You
got to do it. We're not. But, by the way, and we'll update the website to note this as well. We've had people that are like, "I want to do the online training. Will you accept this?" And we're like, "No, you have to do the. Yeah. You have to have somebody come in and do it, because you could do part of it. Just yes, they're showing you videos even when you're doing it, but
you got to be hands-on.
They can give you a certificate without having to do the hands-on. I think it's ridiculous. So we're not accepting those, and we're telling people we're not accepting them.
I'm working on a new hire, and they can't start until their Academy Safe is done.
Yeah.
And I sent him, go get your hands on at, the Palm Beach Fire Department. And he made his appointment, went, and they're like, you have to do the online before you can do the hands on.
Okay.
Where for us, it was all in one.
Everything in one, yeah.
So you got to check.
When you say us, we did it together. Yeah, we did it together. You came to my school, and anyone that didn't have it finished it at the school together. So
you got to check if you might need to do both parts.
Yeah.
I believe the online is free most of the time, but the hands-on.
It's easy, man. There's nothing that stop anybody.
But as a boss, organize it for your staff.
But also, what I tell people when I have a conversation with somebody that want more information, I tell them, look, you don't have to have everything done to start your membership. Once the coach, the owner, passes his background check, we immediately list that academy, meaning we're going to show your name, address, and most importantly, you have a link now that says Academy Safe, .org/ and your academy name under our listing section. So that alone, you can Google, you can just like go to the website and pick like 3 different gyms and then Google their names exactly as they're supposed to appear. Google their names. Our link in most cases comes up as high or higher than their own website because of the SEO value. We're blogging, we're adding new members. There are new page listings all of the time. And that's what Google loves. Websites with lots of information. So the average website is getting, how often per year do you update your website?
I do a blog every 2 weeks.
Okay.
Other than that, not much.
But the average person probably doesn't add anything other than maybe taking a coach off of, adding a coach or taking one off of their website. So the fact that we're blogging every single month, we're putting out articles like Rob did an article for Maya. So we posted that. We have another blog coming out. And then we had, we've gotten like 3 or 4 different schools that had multiple members. We have Uncle Kevin, the guy that does, he's part of that Tampa crew that works with that People Trendy. Shout out to People Trendy. He has 15 members that we're bringing on, and UCLA is starting to bring on.
Oh, UCLA finally coming through?
It's going to be about 30 coaches.
That's awesome.
So we got 15 from just Uncle Kev. We got 30. That brings us to coaches, members. We're going to be near it's paid, it's ready to go. They just have to actually do their stuff, but it's like brings us to like almost like 150. 150 coaches throughout the United States and Canada. That's
great.
And it's just very little promotion here. Like we didn't do any Google ads. We haven't done any of that.
It's purely social media and
grassroots, social media. Rob from McDojo, me getting on podcasts.
You've been going out and you've been hitting you hit the Maya event that was in July.
Yeah.
You came to a kickboxing tournament I held a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Have you been doing more of those and like meeting coaches and stuff?
So it's difficult because I have paid for just about everything. I mean, we've raised a little bit of money and then we have the money that comes in from the memberships, but we're not doing this to make money. So we've got it. We're not charging a lot, so there's not a lot of money to then pay for travel and stuff like that. We do have a booth set up. Rob's got it for FightCon in October, the beginning of October. There's FightCon out in Utah. I don't know if I'm going to be able to be there. I'm going to try to get a ticket and be there to represent us. But he's got our setup. He's got his business cards, our booth setup, tablecloth, backdrop, all that stuff. So we'll be represented out there. I do believe it's part of a winning equation for us to do that. Yeah. And we want to. We want to. It's difficult. It's me. Rob is out there pounding the pavement. I'm pounding the pavement. And then our board members do a great job of advising us and doing stuff. But, these guys are, we got a Secret Service agent and one of the biggest litigation attorneys in the country. We can't have them they're not going out to events.
No one would expect them.
They're supporting us and giving information and advice.
You are the ones that are.
Yeah. We're the ones talking to people and signing deals and trying to lock things down.
So, you guys work with Tap Cancer Out.
Yes.
So they're a touring tournament bracket. They don't really come to Florida that often. I think when they do, it's like Orlando, Miami. But with them being members, have you talked to them about setting up booths?
Yeah, so I think we just have to, it's like when they were coming around Rob's area, around Jacksonville, we wanted to have we hadn't finalized a deal, but we're going to hopefully have a pull-up banner at every location. We're just they've got a couple of things that need to be checked off of their list with a couple of their employees. But I mean, again, for them, I don't want to say it's more symbolic. It's, they're not a school, right? And then you've got, people that help them in each city and every state that they go to. So we can't necessarily get everyone. We've got their main staff members that travel. And we have a section on the website for tournaments and businesses. So if people want to support us and go through the process, we'll have you listed there. You're not going to get fully accredited because there's situations where you have people
accredited.
Yeah. It's not like you're accrediting the academy. We're accrediting the academies, but we're showing that you're supporting us, you're working with us, you've gone through these processes. So telling your own gym, your gym owners that come to your tournaments, hey, you should do this. I did it. It's not so difficult. It's a great thing. We made them do their CPR. They have AEDs because they have people that EMTs that come to every city. You don't necessarily have to have that, but we made them do the training.
You'd be surprised, actually. I've held events in gymnasiums and such, and just not brought a first aid kit because I'm like, oh, this is a public gymnasium. They're gonna have a first aid kit. They're gonna have an AED, and they don't. They had a box of Band-Aids. And I was like, oh,
I mean, you should be thinking about that. I don't know if you brought your AD to the last event. Like,
yeah,
you
I
just
wasn't
back up
gonna,
your AD and
I was
bring
like,
it with
oh,
you.
this is a state or a city regimented
BAO.
Yeah. So I assumed they just have everything.
Did they have one?
We didn't look. I didn't even look for the AD.
You know what? I feel like no, there was. I remember. I noticed it. I when I walked in, it was in that main corridor.
Okay.
I believe it was. I saw at least one.
Yeah, it would
on the walk to the bathroom from the event, from the gym to the bathroom.
I'm starting to notice it places. I'm like, wait, there's no AD here.
I look at it. Sometimes I wait a second to see if the little green light.
Yeah.
That shows that this
is for me.
It's charged. I'm just like, good job. You know, and
I would like. So I go to new breed tournaments quite frequently. The guy who runs the show is very consistent. He's, black belts compete for free, etc.
Yeah.
Man, they have tournaments in our area, in the Tri-County area regularly. Why not talk to them?
Yeah.
That's all local, and that's hundreds.
Yeah. I mean, it's we have so many people that we're talking to that it's I call it controlled growth. Like, I'm not just trying to talk to every single person I get my hands on.
Back up.
I run, we do this. I run the marketing company, and then I'm running Academy Safe. So it's difficult. I'm on this week, except for today, I was probably Monday through Thursday on 5 hours of back-to-back video chats or calls. I don't do phone calls. We do video chats. Get the customer on the line, whatever.
For black belt or for?
Mostly black belt, but I had to push. We're working with an apparel company that's going to do something with Academy Safe. I had to push that one because it required, I had to do complete a letter of understanding that I got sick on last Sunday, and I just didn't have the time.
Is a letter of understanding kind of like a letter of intent? Like, we are going to do business, and
it's like a contract without having to sign. It's just like, hey, look, this is what we're doing. This is what you're doing. Handshake and a smile. Let's move forward. And if either of us wants to walk away, like, they're not investing any money in us. We're not investing any money in them. It's just like, hey, we're going to collab on something. So just like, hey, just make sure that we both know this is what I'm doing and you're doing, right? Thumbs up, great. Here, grab it. Yeah. Doesn't even necessarily require a signature, but we could sign off on it. I usually do that stuff digitally as well. Yeah. So, I had to push that till next week, but we'll get that done. But the UCLA thing was, we were waiting for school to start so that he had, okay, these are my coaches that have been hired for this year, because it might change next year. So he just emailed us yesterday. He's like, I'm ready to get my coaches signed up.
That's awesome.
And
so will they be listed as an academy?
No. So the director, we set him up with his own, because he's got his own academy. I think he does a lot of stuff, like a lot of online stuff, but he runs, I believe it's about 30 different classes and programs. Mm-hmm. So not every class is a program, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe like after school kind of thing, but it's college. So they have about 30 different programs. So it could be like, I'm just off the top of my head, like the jiu-jitsu program, right? Then it's the sambo, then it's the kickboxing, and then there's the Muay Thai one, right? There's just all of these different, programs. Each one of those will be listed as almost like it's its own academy. Okay. Because it's its own class.
And UCLA judo, UCLA boxing, UCLA. Cool.
Yeah. And then we have him listed on his own academy. And I think he might have a couple of people that he's working with that he's going to sign up. But it's all happening. Look, at the end of the day, what I'm seeing as we're doing this is, I want everybody to have the accreditation sticker. We have tons of people who started the process that don't have an accreditation sticker yet because they're just like missing one or two things. Like, hey, I'm just waiting on my AD. And I tell them, when I talk to people, I say, don't wait. You're going to benefit from being on here. As long as you're passing the background check and the people that you're sending us are passing the background checks, we'll keep you listed. And again, when somebody searches for you, it's going to be like your website, Instagram, boom, Academy Safe, then, your BBB, all this stuff.
How many hits are you guys getting a month?
You know what? I haven't really
your Google report. It's like, you got X.
Well, I have. I can pull up the Google Analytics. I haven't looked at it in the last couple of weeks. Mm-hmm. I'm been more focused on, because we don't do paid advertising. It's not, for me as a marketing guy, it's not as relevant as just how many actual conversions or new members are we getting. If we were doing ads, I'd be all over the data constantly. Like, where are we? How many clicks did we get?
I would look at it as how much are people actually looking for what we're doing versus how often are people stumbling on it? Because when I look at my analytics, we get, jiu-jitsu near me, American top team near me, MMA. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you can find out what they're searching for that's actually driving them to you.
Yeah. So I actually just doing it off the cuff, especially down by me. I could do it here. I'm not going to do it in Boca. Let's see what it says. So a lot of times we come up with just like an academy search, like Jiu-Jitsu Academy near me.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we'll see Academy Safe. We're a little bit further, like when I do it in Coral Springs, because I'm in Coral Springs, I'm likely to see myself. But just look, A&M's coming up. Very cool. Shout out to Drew.
I know that guy.
Ohana just moved. They're officially a client as well, and they're finishing up their Academy Safe stuff. No, so I mean, we don't come up here. We are listed as a nonprofit, but then we have like some other martial arts categories. So sometimes we see ourselves, sometimes we don't. But again, at a point, you'll see. Let me see if I can do this one, because again, it's from here. When I did it up in Tampa, when we did the Grounds MMA MMA Academy. Let me see when I do it with and without the word academy. We were right under their main listing. Okay, we don't see it here. Let's see MMA. Let's add academy. Did it for Misfits Jiu-Jitsu as well. When we put it in, it's like, boom, there's Academy Safe. Mm-hmm. Okay, so, well, could be partially because we were closer being in Orlando when we were looking for him, but, okay. I don't see us right here, but we've been at, we were at the top. I'm going to do Misfits again. Misfits, I think it's Jiu-Jitsu, not Grappling Academy. This is probably boring the hell out of everybody. But anyway, your page being listed on a website that's constantly updating and doing a good job of its own SEO is helpful to your brand. And then we come up, and if somebody clicks on it, they're going to go, oh, look, this is showing their, that they got background checks, that they have this, that they have that, so let me see here.
I don't think we've told everyone that we don't have a guest today.
No, we didn't even get past all of the sponsor stuff.
In case you didn't know, it's just us today.
Yeah, man.
Chatting.
Yeah, so let's get back to that, because we can talk about this a little bit more later. Thank you to our friends over at Flow and Roll. Hands down the best custom gi and no-gi gear in the business. Visit them on Instagram at flow_n_roll. Check out their custom designs they've created for academies and competitors across the country. Gym owners, you can stock up on your gis and no-gi kits at flowandroll.com today. Visit their website at flowandroll.com. Get 20% off your online order. So that's just the individual stuff. Gis, rash guards, you got your shorts. They do belts. He's got hats and things like that, stickers, keychains. Just use code JJD to get 20% off your order. So I'm Milton Campis.
Holy crap,
waited all this time to say that. I'm Milton Campis. I'm a black belt training out of Coral Springs BJJ down here in Coral Springs, Florida. To my right is Ben Stark. He's the owner of American Top Team Palm Beach Gardens. Go ahead and you want to give him the rest of your bona fides?
Bonafide certified international mixed martial arts and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu coach. I run American Top Team Palm Beach Gardens. We are based in North Palm Beach, Florida. The absolute best in combat sports, Muay Thai, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, wrestling, and MMA available in the county. Come through. If you're a competitor, a hobbyist, child, or adult, we run an awesome family environment. No weird culty tactics and really solid training.
Yeah, man. If anyone out there isn't following you currently, MMA Coach Ben.
That's it.
Your YouTube is MMA Coach Ben as well, or is it a different name? Or you doing?
God, at this point, I don't even know. I made it a long time ago.
If they follow you on one, they're going to get everything else probably. But you have great technique videos. I love your stuff. I love the way you teach. I haven't been to a class with you other than when we did the BJJ After 40 seminar at my school. But I watch all your videos, man. I love the way that you teach. You've got that.
Do you follow me on?
Do here, do this, do this, do this, do this. Like, this is where your hand's supposed to be. That being, that's the way that I learn. Some people just learn from okay, I watched the move. I'm going to go do that.
Way?
Yeah. What is it like? Seeing it, and then you got to actually do it.
Some people learn by seeing, some people learn by hearing, some people learn by doing.
Yeah.
I'm definitely a doing guy.
Yeah. I have to see the move. I have to know, I walk around, watch where your hand was here, not here. I'm looking at all of those things. And
because that's how I learned. Some of my first coaches were like, "Me forte triangle, bro. You just throw the leg, bam, triangle." And I'm like, okay. And then I met Dustin Dennis, aka Clean, and he's like, Stark, heel pressure, 45 degrees on the feet, move the hips, climb far side. I'm like, oh, this is my way.
Who is that?
Dustin Dennis.
Not
Are you familiar with them? Chop certified. Chop Master.
No.
Submitted Marcelo Garcia. Beat Jeff Munson twice.
He's not the one that always has fights with everybody online. I'm thinking Dustin Dennis.
No, that's Dylan Dennis.
Dylan Dennis. What am I
Dustin Dennis is this old school fucking monster. Okay. He was one of my early mentors, and even that was crazy.
Dustin Dennis, like the name Dennis?
Denes. They call him Clean. So he's a Silvera Brothers product. So the guys who eventually opened and started American Top Team.
Clean?
Yeah. He's a monster. I will. Yeah, that's him. I will send you an instructional of his. It's called the Superfly Heartstopper, and it displays his personality so well. Yeah.
That's what is that? How once you watched him teach, you changed the way you taught?
No, man. What happened was, so he was going to fight Akira Shoji. Akira Shoji is a Pride veteran.
Okay.
A heavyweight. Clean's a middleweight. They agreed to fight at 205 because Clean fought in Japan. He fought for Shudo. And that would have been a great win. It would put him in title contention, even though it's overseas. He starts eating 6 bulbs of garlic a day. He goes, "You might be bigger than me, but you're going to have to deal with me." And so he starts like sweating like garlic slime, and no one wants to train with him. But I'm just this young Padawan. And I'm like, I'm a nice guy. All my coaches have been nice guys. I need to be around like a dickhead. I need to be around someone who's mean.
Yeah.
You know? And I was at a weigh-in, and I'm wearing a shirt that says Pojadas Fight Gear. And he walks up to me and he goes, "Do you even know what Pojadas means?" And I'm like, "A beating." And he goes, "A brutal beating." And I go, "Yeah." And he goes,
"Sure." Pojada? Or
yeah, like Pojada. Like with an S.
With an S?
He's like, "It's a brutal beating." And I'm like,
"Yeah.
Sweet." And then he walked away. And I remember I turned to my manager and then one of my coaches, I go, "He's not that bad." And they laughed in my face. Straight up.
Beginning.
So the next day I see him and I'm like, "Oh, what's up, Clean?" And he goes, "Ugh," and walked away.
Was a lot of it an act or?
No, he's just a very gruff guy. Like if you couldn't be as dedicated as him, he didn't have time for you. Like when you hear Kobe Bryant talk about basketball, "Man, if I got to tell you to work, you ain't my man." Like same thing, but just way more gruff. Nonetheless, I'm a snake breeder at the time, and I find out he keeps snakes. And I'm like, and they were describing a different guy. And it's Clean. And they tell me he has like white-lipped tree vipers. And I'm like, oh, we got stuff to talk about. And I come down and see him. He literally finishes sparring. He films it with an old handy cam, walks up to the TV, turns off what everyone's watching, plugs in his handy cam and sits down and just goes, "Watch sparring." And just watches his sparring. And I come up to him, I'm like, "Oh, you got snakes?" And he's like, "Why?" And I'm like, "Oh, you got this." And then we start talking about snakes. He goes, "You can sit." And I sit with him. Next thing, I give him my number, and he's like, "We'll drill Tuesday, Thursday, 2:00. No problem." Dude, we would hit, and I kid you not, 100 arm bars each side, 100 omoplatas each side, 100 triangles each side. 9 would be catch and release, 10 would be lock it, close it, try to get out. Period.
Really?
If we had time left, he would be like, "All right, what have you been working on?" And we'll drill that until we run out of 2 hours. And we did that twice a week, and it changed everything.
Really?
I was a good blue belt, and after like 2 months of that, I am a very dangerous blue belt to everyone. Like, I moved up very quickly at this point. And I'm like, oh, shit.
This is where? What?
We're at headquarters.
In ATT?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, I don't know. In my mind, I'm picturing you overseas or something.
Silvera, I'm like 23. It's like just started maybe a year or two in. Yeah, probably right around the time where I started. Yeah, it was probably a fight or so in. So yeah, 03. I'm old. But he's a freaking legend. You start looking him up. Submitted Marcelo Garcia. He's had 2 or 3 matches with Jeff Munson. He's won all of them. Keep in mind, this is at 180 pounds.
Jack, dude.
Yeah, and he's 180. 170 even. He fought at welterweight. And he's beating some of the best heavyweights in the world. Fantastic.
Well, I've heard the name, and I think I've confused it just hearing it.
Oh, yeah, not Dylan
Maybe
Dennis.
even you've said it, and I'm thinking Dylan I'm hearing
the other
Dustin
guy.
Dennis, and I'm here. And in my mind, I might even think like, oh, that person just has the name wrong.
Nah.
I didn't even realize.
Yeah, dude, he high level and local.
Sorry.
Super high level and local.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Let's talk about your fight tape. How's everything going?
Snap. Fight tape is going very well. If you haven't seen it, it's right here. Beep. Fight tape. So fighttape.us, that's the brand. We
No,
are the...
You can't see it, so it
It's all
doesn't matter.
good. It doesn't matter. We are the premier in at least locally sourced gauze and tape.
Where you going, Danny?
That's right, baby. So we produce gauze and tape for combat sports, hand wrap, ankle wrap, finger tape, etc. You've got joints. They need to be supported. We have tape for you.
It's going well?
So far, so good, man. Like, I go through weird bursts. Like, I had 3 days where I had like 9 orders. I'm like, oh shit. And then nothing for 10 days.
Yeah.
But it's gauze and tape.
That's happened.
Like,
that happens.
yeah.
You
I'm
load
all
up,
good with
you
it.
know.
Yeah. You know,
You're on your set. You mentioned you were like on your second
yeah.
mass order of
Yep. I'm still waiting on my second order.
Yeah.
For some reason, they like to keep my tape in Heathrow for like a month and just hang on to it.
Is it tariff stuff?
I don't know. So I believe tariffs start over $800, and
No, but I mean, are the tariff issues that we've been having slowing?
I don't
things down?
know. I think UPS wants to charge you for warehousing.
I know my milk's up like $2.
Oh God, the devil!
Like a half gallon, like the paper carton of like grass.
I buy
grass
everything at
fed.
Costco.
I get
I
like
don't even-
grass fed organic milk. Went from like high 4s,
See,
low 5s to $7.
That's how I know you're an empty nester. You buy fancy milk.
Yeah, I want to stay alive.
Ha 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 ha! Stay alive.
I need to stay alive. Let me know.
Are you a skim milk guy?
I do. I'm on Publix organic, 2%. If I can't find the grass fed, or if it's just too ridiculously expensive, because it's like right at like 4. It's under $5. Under $5
Pretty nuts.
for the what is that? Is that a half? They look even smaller now, so it's not even
so
like it's not a half gallon. What is that? What size is that? Just
It's like
old paper carton
It's
of
just
milk.
short of 2 pints now. So like, yeah, it's nuts.
So-
a half gallon is like 4 ounces shot.
But I'll do like what is it called? Like Horizon something or other is the one that's the lowest. Walmart usually has it, but grass fed, I get it 2%. I did the whole milk. There's another one. I forget what the other one. There's like a bigger brand, and I'll do the whole milk, grass fed whole milk. Just so if I'm no matter what I'm eating, if good or bad, like I want the healthiest version. I mean, even if I get ice cream, I'm trying to like let me go to Whole Foods and get something
Speaking of
that's
ice
good.
cream,
And
have you purchased a Ninja Creamy?
no, I don't even know what that is.
Oh my!
Did you just get it because it says Ninja?
So Ninja makes like Vitamix level blenders.
Did we finish Fight Tape?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, we're good. Well, tell them where they can find you.
Fighttape.us. Buy my gauze and tape.
I just corrected what I did. I just corrected the Instagram. The tags I had for like when I post, I have them saved, and I had Fight Tape US, not .us. So the Instagram is fighttape.us.
Yes.
And then the Instagram. What did I say?
everything's-
The
it's
website is .us and the Instagram
Yep.
is .us.
I wanted it to be the same.
Excuse me, everybody. I'm heavily medicated right now just to keep the note. I feel good, but I took a lot of medicine in the car.
Oh shit. That's marijuana.
No, not at all. I took a lot of Tylenol PM just to make sure that I didn't.
That's worse than
not Tylenol PM, regular Tylenol. See, I'm messy.
Speaking of Fight Tape, if you use promo code JJD, you will get 10% off your purchase at fighttape.us.
So believe it or not, we're still at the end of the intro, and that's. Don't forget to like, comment, save, share, and click the subscribe button. We appreciate all your support. Welcome to So we were actually supposed to have Marcelo Cohen on today. He got sick. Everybody's getting sick with. He says he has the flu. I think I just got a cold. I don't think I had the flu.
A lot of people have been
it's
getting it the last
going
few
through.
weeks.
Yeah, everybody's.
And it
been
lasts
getting
a week or two for everyone, and they're like, I'm back.
Yeah, it's pretty much everyone's. No matter like everybody I talk to in every part of the country, I have clients all over the place. So everyone,
You know what it is?
what?
It's back.
COVID?
What's that?
The vid?
What? What?
I hope not.
No.
I hope not.
This time it's bovine horse fly flu.
Jesus, please don't. Are you? Is it? No, you're.
I stopped watching the news over this.
I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes I have it on my schedule. I'm going to get a flu shot, the regular flu shot, the annual flu shot. I'm going to get it.
Are you sure you don't want to research it a little bit more?
No, I don't give a shit. Just I'd rather get it and die a year, lose a year off my life, than to get sick every freaking season. I get sick. With jiu-jitsu.
What's your vitamin stack like?
I do lots of different vitamins. They're all gummies. I'm actually going to be getting a creatine gummies.
Are you taking the D3?
I do D3 and a multivitamin gummy.
How much D3 are you doing?
Way more than it says to do.
Okay.
I take 4 gummies, 4 multi gummies and 4
Do you know how
D3
many
gummies. You're only
IUs
supposed to take
that
like two.
Why are you taking only? You just like
I literally picked up. It's in the car. I picked
This is
up,
like your
picked up.
candy fix. You're just like,
Yes,
I can get my
it is.
gummies.
No, it
and
really,
my
it really is that. Since I have a sweet tooth, it gives me the opportunity to feel like I'm having candy. They really are sweet. I've also gotten the like sugar-free ones in the past, like at BJ's. BJ's, you know, the big box store. I don't know if that's everywhere in the country. So,
when I think BJ's, I don't box store.
well, what do they call BJ's? Whole something.
And firstly,
wholesale.
If
but there's also the BJ restaurant. BJ restaurant. There's also a BJ's. It's a restaurant, like a brew house.
And in Bangkok in Nana Plaza, there's Dr. BJ.
Yeah. So totally different.
Very different. Actually, the BJ's, you'd think they are.
Yeah. Oh, so I don't even know what we're saying. Vitamins. So I'm gonna start to. I've been hearing tons about the creatine. I did creatine when I was younger, but the gummies, I was just like, I found one called
So do you not
Tasty Gains. I know everybody's talking about Tasty Gains, and they're like supposed to be really good. So I'm gonna order those. But I just get the multivitamins I take that way, and then I got as far as supplements, that and then protein shakes.
So
more what?
More creatine. So one, it's the safest, most studied supplement in history.
Yeah.
They're finding that forget muscle gains, forget water retention, the brain benefits of taking creatine. 5 grams a day is like a good minimum level
lots of brain fog.
For like bodybuilding and shit. Fog. Really? The test didn't clear that up for you?
No. Like the whole, I'm not joking around when like, I know it. I know the person's name in my head and I'm like, what's their name? I should know this. I'm literally, it's the tip of the tongue. I call it the tip of the tongue syndrome. Yeah. I know it. I'm a UFC fan. If you put him in front of me, I might even look at him and be like, what the fuck is his name? I know this guy. I know the fight. I know all about you. I don't know your name right now. I could say a bunch of things about you. I could be like, I saw this fight. I saw that fight. But when the recall of the name is becoming a problem. And I don't know. Somebody's like, it's your level of stress and your workload that like literally I tell people like, my bucket is full. If I put one drop into it, something's coming out. And what's been coming out are names. Yeah. So I'm hoping that that's really true and that I don't have a bigger problem because I feel that the funny thing is I could remember every conversation I've had. I don't forget clients' names. I don't forget their business names. I could tell you their addresses. I could tell you what we're doing for them. I can recall so much. What you had for lunch today? Probably not. But when it comes to like remembering like a jiu-jitsu guys, like I can literally be like, I'll forget. I can see his face. Like I'll forget Gordon Ryan's name. How would anybody forget Gordon? Like I could immediately, like in my mind, I'm like, why can't I say this word, this name? Yeah. It's like the most recognizable of anybody. I understand because I could swear at times, like I can see their name in my head and I can't make the words. Like I can't say it. Yeah, and if I like clear my brain real quick, I'll be like, okay, there it is. But sometimes I'm just like, everybody has that tip of the tongue. Oh man, I can't remember that. Remember that thing with the place in that movie? Later, when you're not talking about it, that happens to me all day, every day. So I found ways to just cover it up. Creatine should help with that. Yeah. So they're coming out. Like think about how shit you feel after missing an entire night's of sleep. Hell, half a night's sleep. Yeah. They're coming out with studies that are saying 20 to 30 milligrams of creatine can negate a missed night of sleep and actually leave you better off than if you had the night of sleep and no creatine. So like I went from 5 grams to 10 grams a day and now I'm thinking about going to 20 because again, there's no real downside on it. I drink a gallon of water. I work out regularly. We should be good. Now, if you have kidney issues, obviously watch your creatine. I just think when you're buying the gummies, you're just spending way more than you need to. Creatine is extremely inexpensive. I paid like $25 for a So I've started, I forget where, but again, not a sponsor or anything like that by any means. Tasty Gains. I saw a few things online. Once you start following them, then you see them everywhere. So I guess it kind of like in my mind, I'm sold. I'm like, oh, wow, it's everywhere. Yeah. But I did like a couple of their videos. They talk about like, what would be the word, like when they submit them to be analyzed. So like you can find out like a good website would show like the percentages that they have of the things that make up their powder, their gummy, their this, their that. And they're like, here it is. It's on our website. Here you can see what we have versus another gummy that like says it has this, that, and the other thing, and it doesn't live up to scientific testing or breakdown. I don't know the word that you would call that, but like the breakdown of what's included. So it's like, there's a lot more inert ingredients than there are of actual active, So I just saw a lot of stuff like that, and I'm like, let me put Tasty Gains on my. I have a little note in my phone, and I add stuff that I want to order or want to find in the store.
You should pull a page out of the Pretty Girls Playbook, and on Jiu-Jitsu Dummies, we should just have an Amazon wish list. So our fans can buy us stuff.
I have that.
Oh, can I add stuff to the wish list? I have
that. No one's ever ordered anything for us. It's been there for years.
Right here.
I might have actually even
get on the Jiu-Jitsu Dummies Amazon wish list and buy us. We are providing you with high-level entertainment on a weekly or bi-weekly basis. I think Milton deserves.
It used to be over here at the end. It used to be down here at the bottom. Look, I have fight tapes there. Fight tape.
Let's go.
I think I removed it very recently, but it used to be down here, and it was just old stuff when it was just I had all the studio equipment. I put like mics and different little things that we needed. Like, hey, this.
Okay, first thing on the wish list: lav mics for an iPhone 16.
Creatine.
Creatine's cheap. I'll buy that myself.
Have you heard of the Tasty Gains though?
No,
I don't know. I've just heard a lot of people talking about it.
I'm not a huge fan of naturally occurring supplementation. All of my supplements are like D3, B12, lecithin, CLA, fish oil, zinc. Like I don't do a lot of like high brand, like pre-workout. No. Post-workout. No. Like I think the most like on brand I think I buy is protein powder.
That's I don't do it like a pre or post workout.
You should try NO Explode.
I do. What's that?
I don't even think it still exists, but in like 2003, 2004, there was NO Explode. It was like one of the first nitrix oxide supplements.
Okay.
Nitrix was fire, but you literally had to cycle it like as if you were doing steroids because your body would just get too used to it and it wouldn't work anymore. So you do like a month on, 2 months off. The NO Explode was like a pre-workout. You can't take it before rolling or sparring because it does make you a little gassy and that neon belly could go real bad. But before lifting, it's like a fucking race car.
I'll tell you something that I do take. I'm not going to say it here. I'll say it off air. I'll tell you something I take that I'm like, kind of been swearing by. And I like me likey. But the TRT did not help me with brain fog.
Really? Dude,
zero difference. TRT probably worse now than I was before.
Bro, it eliminated my brain fog within 4 days. 4 days.
I think a big problem I'm having, again, I'm overworked, underpaid, and just always tired. I'm always tired.
Tell me about it.
I'm working on going to bed earlier. That's a huge thing. It's like going to bed early, getting like at least 1 extra hour of sleep. I was going to bed at like 12:30, waking up at 7:30, 7 o'clock.
Oh, God, that sounds like a dream.
You're not even getting that?
Like, I get home, I walk in the door from work at 9:45, 10, walk the dog, take a shower. I'm eating dinner.
I want 8.5 hours.
Right. I mean, that would be ideal. Yeah. I've been going to midnight for years, but now I got a kindergartner. So Daddy gets up at 6, 5:45.
She's going to school every day? Yeah. How's that going?
She likes it. Yeah. I want to homeschool personally because I have the job or the business career that allows me to have that free time. Yeah. I know I don't have the time with my daughter in the evenings outside of class days because she's got to be in bed by 8. I'm out of the gym at 10. So she trains, she comes by. She likes to come hang out at the gym and just hang out with the guys and stuff. It's a fun room. So I do get her for an hour or so in the afternoon, but like a big chunk of that day, I don't get to see her at all. She's at school, which is fine. It's good to be normalized in a certain way, be social.
Special thank you to the crew over at Flow and Roll for all their support. Flow and Roll is renowned for their incredible no-gi rash guards, shorts, and leggings. Flow and Roll has quickly become the premier custom apparel provider for academies big and small throughout the United States. Reach out today to discuss your custom order and ask about their incredible pre-order program. You can send an email to flowandroll@gmail.com or visit their Instagram at flow_n_roll and shoot them a direct message. And yes, they can create an awesome custom gi for your academy as well. Visit flowandroll.com to check out their awesome designs, and remember, you'll get 20% off your purchase of t-shirts, rash guards, or gis with code JJD.
Is your business getting lost online? Black Belt Digital Marketing is a full-service digital marketing agency that helps you get found, get leads, and grow. We specialize in local and website SEO, so your business stands out when customers search. Our website SEO makes sure your site loads fast, ranks high, and stays ahead of AI-driven search, so customers find you first. More visibility, more clicks. More customers right when they're ready to buy. Grow your business online with Black Belt Digital Marketing. Visit bbdigitalmarketing.com or call 9542-204932 today.
Personally, I know Florida doesn't pay very well for teachers, so I'm going, I wouldn't work for the money they're offering. Why do I want the person shaping my daughter's mind to be working at such a low value? You know, starting pay in Florida is like $27,000. Like that, the person that is shaping the mind of the future
barely getting paid
only makes worse than minimum
probably
wage.
super unhappy at the job.
I want my daughter's teacher to make $150,000 a year and be worth every penny of it.
Yeah.
You know? So I had this big plan, which is just like huge wheels that I probably won't be able to get moving by myself. But like, I want to put a homeschool program in my gym.
You mentioned that. I thought that's where you were going before.
I would love to. Like, the problem is, you got to have some guarantees, right? I got to bring a teacher in. And most likely,
you need computers, you need stations, you need desks, you need chairs.
Not really.
If you're going to doing it, are you talking about doing it as a program where people are coming in?
So you can set up a bunch of ways. Like if you go, hey, sign your kid up for internet school, we will house them, host them, help them, tutors and support. And then
do you believe that helps with the martial arts program?
It would be its own separate thing. So I'd look at it like this.
This is where I go back to listening to Chris Rodriguez going, chase 2 rabbits, catch none.
So it would be overlapping. It would be martial arts program within the homeschool program.
That's what I'm asking. Right. Does it support the martial arts program?
Because then after school boils into the kids' time slots. So arguably,
now you're going from this big circle of people who want homeschool and a place to go to this many people who want martial arts, who want homeschooling and martial arts.
Yeah.
Right. So the Venn diagram, right? You go, how many people want this, this, and this in your area, and then it's that small portion.
In theory, like when you look at daycare, a daycare is $1,500 a month. So if you can provide similar, and say you only charge $1,000.
You're talking about having kids for how many hours a day, though?
Drop off, I would say drop off between 8 and 9.
How many more staff members do you need? Sorry,
not many.
Between 8 and 9. And they're doing the school for how long?
The teacher, and then the rest would be covered by the kids' coaches that are already in there. So it'd be like,
I get it. And I know there are a lot of jiu-jitsu kids that are doing homeschool so that they're like making careers of jiu-jitsu in their single digit 8, like under 10, they're already doing homeschool because they are like traveling to do jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
So it makes sense for them to be doing like homeschooling, or really when you say homeschool, it's school from the computer.
Pretty much.
It's not like mom is teaching. It's not the days where mom was given the curriculum. It's like you go online.
Different layers.
You could do both, right?
So you have online schooling, which is you and a tablet, and you do it yourself. Then you have homeschooling, which is still structured with a parent teacher. Obviously, computers and technology help carry some of that weight. But there are still, and then there's homeschool where it's like a pod, which is like families will get together and kind of create their own little schoolhouse. Yeah. And then there's services that are basically like, oh, you want a more religious school structure? We got that here. Okay. Oh, you want geared towards athletics here? Or you just want really high-end education? That's here. And people pay for that stuff.
So we've had this talk off air. If it's something that supports the school, because ultimately everything that you have going on is great, but I know I've made that promise to myself. I am not going to start any other businesses. Well, I'm sticking with the 3 things that have been successful: the podcast, Academy Safe, and Black Belt Digital Marketing, and then leverage those things. Like we were just talking about. I want to sponsor other podcasts. If you're a podcaster, reach out to me. We'll help out with your just design work. I just want to exchange design work because then I don't have to do it, right? It's my design team does it. You need a logo. You need, questions posts like we do. Hey, send us your questions, blah, blah, blah. Mock up your next guest and all that stuff, or mock it up. I don't want to do videos. I don't want to do their reels. I don't want to do there's potential. If you want to do other marketing, then you have to pay. But I want to exchange that service to sponsor other people's podcasts. Just like we announced it here, they have to talk about us, give us a shout out, right? I will do that in lieu of trying to like open other businesses or extend my reach in other ways, that's what I've decided to do is like leverage what I have, and then I can help other people build their businesses, and that in turn will build my business. But I always look at you. I asked you at the event last weekend.
How do you do all this shit?
How are you doing all of this? But I've been that serial entrepreneur, and there's always an idea.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, when I hear you say it, I can easily be the guy that just goes, "Oh, that's a great idea, Ben. Let me know how it goes."
So
I'm not that person though. I have to say, like, Ben, what are you doing?
I know.
Concentrate on the academy.
That's the thing. I want to focus on the academy.
Electrolytes, by the way, are in here too.
Delightful.
I found a low salt because the heart condition, the heart gotta keep the salt low, and I found one.
But all electrolytes are salt.
Yeah, but I'll show it to you.
Okay.
It's like the salt content is super high on all of them.
Yeah.
I fucking
Salt
might kill me.
Let's not do that.
But go ahead.
I don't want any more things that I have to do. Like, I want this to be like, hey, my 30% is I provide the jiu-jitsu or striking class. You can use my facility. You do everything else.
Yeah.
To the partner. That would be the ideal. But obviously,
yeah,
that's a lot of grills. Do you guys have grills? A lot of wheels that need to spin.
If you have what I tried to do when I had my first marketing company, what I was doing was I was having somebody take it over, and then I moved to the next thing. So I'm kind of doing that with Black Belt, where I'm trying to groom my daughter to take it over. I don't know if she's going to be able. She's just getting married. She's going to start a family. I don't know if that's going to happen the way that I expect it to happen in the time frame that I would like it to happen. And then I focus on building Academy Safe. That's what I want to do. Am I going to be able to? Probably not. It's the time frames are not going to work out. I'm going to be working both for a while. But I'm focused on that. And if there are ways to leverage those things to help expand those businesses, I will do that. If somebody said to me, like, I'll give you a percentage of my gym and then you do the marketing, I'd be like, great. If we put that on paper and I'm just doing the marketing and it's the machine doing, I'm not physically doing your marketing. I have my team.
Yeah.
I own the company. I help sell. I know what to do. I can do it. I can tell you how to do things, but this is what I'm paying them for. Right? You can't be, the idea of when you start any business is to fire yourself from each of the jobs that you're doing. You're the accountant, you're the custodian, you're this or that, right? They're the head coach. You want to fire yourself from each of those jobs and put people in place that are better than you, right? So that's what I'm trying to do, right? So if I was to say, yeah, we could do a partnership. Great. The team is doing it. I'm not coming into your academy to clean mats. I'm not a partner in that way. This is what I bring to the table. This is what I know that I'm going to get back. And that's it. That's the only way that I would get involved and not necessarily open other businesses, but be involved with other businesses or have partnerships is what you're kind of saying. Bring somebody in to do it. Other than that, I don't call me to hey, we're moving and we need to get all the mats together. I'm like, no, that's not the partner. I'm not that partner. For that? Right. I can make you a flyer for your students to come help you out on that day. That's the extent of it. But that's not greed. It's not laziness. There's only so many hours in a day. We all have the same amount of hours.
My focus, my big focus this year is have dinner at home with the family twice a week. Not on weekends, on weekdays. I want that sometime next year. Yeah. I don't think that's an unreasonable. How old are you? I'm 43.
Okay.
Yeah. He's like, I like working late and I like teaching and I like evening classes, but I also like cutting little pieces of steak.
Yeah. You don't like, honey, let me cut. All right, listen, let's talk a little bit about, we were going to talk about CJI, but I'm going to leave that one. Let's talk a little bit about, we're going to get to something we're going to do. We both discussed doing a top 10 list of Academy red flags was going to be what the show was mostly going to be about. But let's show this. We'll kind of get your feedback on this. Daniel, can we put up that Instagram video of Sean Strickland talking to this guy, Derek Moneyberg? I thought this was
his real name, for real.
No, I don't think it's Moneyberg. I don't know.
So my name to peddle your shit to my.
Well, can you rewind that? Can you get it back to the beginning?
Go scam somebody else.
I think there might be that part. Yeah.
He's got a real big, real jack. And he says, "Why do I call him a scumbag on the internet?" This is why I asked. And again, you could say
you got to do that for camera. You can't have a private conversation like an adult. You can only do things for the internet. You can't have a private
because what I have to say is factual, and you guys.
It's not factual.
So you guys, let me tell you why I don't. Would I like to get free money from this guy? Yeah, sure. Would I Pay me money for
But Sean, when I just asked you, hey, have a conversation.
Well, you asked me why I called you a scumbag.
Then you need to have your camera. You can only talk on the internet.
But I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why I called you a scumbag.
Only on the internet.
But I'll tell you why I called you a scumbag.
You're the one being the fucking scumbag right now.
No, I'll tell you why.
I'm saying it to your face.
I'll tell you why.
You're the one being the fucking scumbag right now.
It's so hard to.
All right, let's leave it there. So what happened? What the backstory of that, from what I understand, is they met earlier, or like right just before that, and he asked him, "Why are you calling me a scumbag?" I guess he's trying to like endear him. So he's trying to be friendly. Hey, dude, why are you talking about me like that? And so when he starts the video, and he's just like, "Hey," and Moneyberg thinks he thinks he's in a friendly video. He thinks it's like, "Hey, we were just talking." And then it goes sideways, and Moneyberg's like, "Oh fuck, let me get." I mean,
firstly, what would you expect? It's Sean Strickland. That's his gimmick.
Yeah.
But also, dude, you know who you are. You know the news that has come out about you.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you surprised?
So there are two ways to go with this. I thought a lot about this. There's two ways to go with this. If you're him, if Moneyberg. So everybody's shitting on you. You got the videos that are out of you training look horrible. You are a black belt in 3 years. You're wearing socks on the mat. It's just the weirdest thing. Nobody's doing the stuff that you're doing.
It's so gross.
You would know this if you were going to an academy. But at the end of the day, you got two ways to go. You either quit and stay out of the public eye, or continue doing what you're doing, stay out of the public eye, shut your mouth, or you just throw yourself into I'm going to really go hard in the paint, go to train every single day, go 2 days, 4 or 5 days a week, whatever it is, and then you need to get good fast. Not defending him by any means, but I also, when they show a video of him looking like an idiot while he's rolling, I don't understand how long ago that was. Like, when is that? Was that year one? Was that year 3? If it's year 3, then okay, this is ridiculous to give this guy a black belt. If that was year 1, it's different. I haven't been able to ascertain that information. Like, where is that?
Current. They're wearing the literal rash guard that he has on. Mikey looks like Mikey. Gordon is current Gordon.
Okay, so he's probably didn't have his rash guards, year 1. But
but even it's not white hair Gordon. It's not super jacked Gordon. It's modern era Gordon. So maybe it's 6 months ago, but it's
okay. No, all right. Era. So again, I'm not defending. I'm not defending him, but I haven't seen anything, and I haven't investigated it that far to be like, when was that video? When was that taken? The one with him putting like Mikey Musumeci in a crucifix, like where he,
bro,
it was. I don't even know what that was, because even a bad white belt does that better than he did,
dude.
I got a bad back, and there's certain things I can't do, but Jesus.
Look, I am not Gordon Ryan. I'm not Mikey Musumeci or Jake Shields, and I'm sure all of them would kick my ass. Let me just put that right up front. I am not a 1%er. But from what I saw in those clips, that guy wouldn't have a blue belt.
Yeah.
He can't move his hips without literally putting his hand down. Like, dude.
Yeah.
Come on.
So, fast forward, Moneyberg posted and invited Gordon to collab. He posted a conversation he was having with Craig Jones from CJI conversation, pre-CJI 3, where he was asking Moneyberg to have a fight. Like, hey, come, let's fight. Let's have a grappling match. And he's like, I'm not going to be in the country. I'm going to be in Germany, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, I read that yesterday.
But it also says something like at a point where he's just like, don't worry. Like, I'll basically like Craig jokingly saying, I'll throw the fight, you know? And which I don't think he would ever actually do. But
I think he would be hard pressed to throw it.
Moneyberg would be like a legend if he actually looked good and then beat him. Like,
I think he's so bad that Craig Jones wouldn't be able to throw the match.
Yeah. It would be like so obvious. Like the phantom punch,
Oh no!
Like the phantom punch came this way, and you're like, like you knock yourself out.
Yeah. Or he'd jump guard and knock himself out. Jump, do.
I don't like to be a pile on guy, as much as I think that this whole situation is ridiculous to get the black belt in 3 years when you're not active, like you're only doing privates, or pretty much have done privates. I know that he did go train with some guys, but it was mostly privates to get a black belt that quickly.
I think Mikey was getting interviewed by Demetrius Johnson
with Craig. That was
Oh, was it all three?
Well, I think they did individuals, but then they did a 3-man.
He wasn't drinking in this one. I know he was drinking.
Okay, so then it's not the one.
But he was like, he's not a bad guy. He trains a lot. He goes, he's an encyclopedia of moves. He's like, he doesn't train in classes. He doesn't even really roll live that often, but he learns moves and he likes to kind of data bank them. So he's like, we'll be going over, say, a triangle, and he'll be like, oh, I see your setup. Now, let's compare it to, like, this is how Hoist Gracie sets it up. He uses this grip as opposed to this.
Okay.
And that. And apparently he's very, very educated on, like, the details over the physical application.
Okay. And look, I've done that where I've looked at a move or studied a move online and be like, oh, I really want to do that. And then I go to the class and I'm like, I look like an idiot the first couple of times. And that's why we drill, right? So I get that. I was saying, like, I don't want to pile on. But
But I want to go viral.
I want to have the information of, I need to know when I'm seeing a video of him rolling looking like an idiot, what's the date stamp on that? It's basically what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We don't have that. There's no videos with the dates on it yet. Nobody's saying like, yeah, this was yesterday, or here live roll, like I just got done rolling.
Do you wonder?
I haven't seen that. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, but even at any,
hey, I'll put this.
If that's at year 3, then it's even more ridiculous.
If Moneyberg wants a more believable win, I'll have a match with him.
Would you make yourself available? Look, you're an accomplished coach.
Yeah.
You were on The Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah.
For
45 seconds.
45 for a short amount of time. But you were on,
Yeah.
You were on TV.
We're both
you have great jiu-jitsu. You have your lineage is like kind of flows through American Top Team, right? You have a stand-up game. I think he's doing a little stand-up too. If he called you and said, "Hey, come on through," and
Moneyberg,
you would go
just for the opportunity, for sure.
Yeah. You'd bring your video guy too, right? You'd be like, "Hey, can I?" I'm sure there has to be something that he makes you sign about.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Well, I mean, whatever.
Would you take the money? Now he's got his black belt. You go and train.
I didn't promote.
I would do it for free, just out of curiosity.
I would do it for free for the content.
I would do it for free just to get. Yeah, I mean, you'd probably blow up on content alone, but just to get like, I need these questions answered. Again, time frame and what does he look like?
You are. He does need to like kind of air his piece out, and what better platform to say your piece than the Jiu-Jitsu Dummies podcast, guys. We can have Mr. Moneyberg right here. He can sit in the center seat. I'll keep it warm for him till he gets here. He can take the center seat and we can just chat. No one's really attacking him. Like, if anyone should be attacked, shouldn't it be the guys who gave him the belt?
Yeah, but I mean, like, doesn't your mind go? Doesn't this lead to a place where you're thinking about who started the conversation about the black belt? Hey, man, I paid you this much. Don't you think I should get my blue, brown, blue, purple, brown?
Now,
I didn't see this guy getting belt promotions. Yeah. All of us, we just hear about this guy. I haven't seen one picture, one video of the blue belt promotion, this promotion, that promotion. We just went right to black belt. I don't know if any of that stuff has happened.
How wealthy is he?
Apparently he's wealthy, but also Sean Strickland is calling him a scam artist. If you look up some of the Moneyberg videos on YouTube, and there are a lot of people who say this guy is just like taking people's money. He's giving them advice.
Like Andrew Tate style? Like scheme?
I watched one video where it was really interesting. He makes you do I think after your third, like you have to like get on chats with him. I don't know if you go to classes, but I'm repeating a video, but in short, by the third class, you're at the end of that class, whatever you have to do, the requirement of the homework is to leave him a review, a testimonial, like you're recording a testimonial video. So you have to do that at the third session. It's always the third session. You have to do this. Make sure you do it. Don't book your next class or whatever that is until you do this. So it's always favorable. You're just getting started and it's always a good review. I think not until later into the course do you hear these people start shitting on him. And he's just really giving financial advice and telling you how to be a winner, kind of that kind of stuff. But I don't know enough about it. I do think it's very telling that whenever you see any of his videos with the coaches, because he does like podcasts with them, I really don't like when people I don't care how much money you have, But when you're doing your podcast with your freaking all of your like showing off your wealth, okay, great, you're a wealth advisor, whatever you want to call that. But like immediate, it's just like you're showboating, you're peacocking. Okay, great. Do you really need to be in a garage with showing all your cars? But that's where he does his podcasting from, or whatever, his interviews. But look at every one of those guys. They're sitting there like staring at the camera while he's talking. There's no, again, the stuff that I've seen, there's not a lot of interaction. And it's very much like these guys look like deers in headlights. And in my mind, I'm looking at them going, they're regretting being there, but they know, I got to sit here because I just took this money.
Look, man, if you're giving me 4+ zeros for a chat, we're going to have a fun chat. We're going to talk about all sorts of crazy shit.
Yeah.
I'll tell you secrets.
Yeah.
Not big ones, but you know, I'll say something. I'll embarrass myself a little bit. I'll be a great chat. If you're like Gordon Ryan is charging $1,200 for a 1 hour private in the morning and $2,000 for a 1 hour private in the afternoon. He's not showing up for $500. You know what I mean? There has to be a substantial amount of money switching hands here. And I would say in the jiu-jitsu space, he might be the only guy who you could expect to go, nah, man, I don't need $5,000. He's making $500,000 a quarter on instructionals.
What do you think these guys are getting?
I don't know, but it would have to be more than they get for a match, or at least the same. I mean, close to it. You can argue.
We're talking tens of thousands of dollars, $50,000.
On a Gordon Ryan level, I don't think he's showing up to compete with less than like a 30, 40, 50.
Because Gordon Ryan is like doubling down with him. Like, I mean, like he's doing videos with him in that chat that Moneyberg posted. He's like, oh, I'm going to be back in the States, and then I'm going to be, you might know the guy that I'm going to train with, Gordon Ryan.
Yeah.
And, you know, he's kind of like trying to be funny, and then he's like, I'm going to be at Kingsway. Yeah, I mean, he's going, respect to, I'm not talking about the financial side of stuff, but to get attacked like he's getting attacked and not to go curl up in a corner and be like, fuck jiu-jitsu. All right, that's like, you got to have balls to do that. And showing up in academies with guys like Gordon Ryan now, when your shit looks like crap, and then like now you're going to train, like he's going the double down, right? I'm going to double down, and I'm going to really
it will
fucking
take a matter of time till everyone forgets. And then they're like, yo, this is like Gordon Ryan's dude. He must be good. And, because
there'll be one day that this guy will be good and probably be deserving of that black belt. But again, I don't think, he doesn't feel like the type of guy that's just going to quit.
No. But if anything else, so like we got to think, he is making his money via financial advice, online coaching, right? All he is getting is massive amounts of FaceTime. Articles. And hey, they might, hey, your jiu-jitsu sucks. Hey, the best jiu-jitsu player ever says it's legit. And when people forget that he came up in this controversy, he's probably going to get a huge spike. This is most likely his marketing budget put into the jiu-jitsu niche in a way.
So one of the things that I thought about, because so many people are calling him a scam artist, I'm like, this just opened him up to like getting investigated. Somebody's going to investigate him. Somebody's going to look into this, because like in Florida, you have the FDLE. You can like report things to the FDLE, right? That's like the Florida's version, like the state version of our FBI, right? In Florida. That's usually where you would start. Some type of, like
Florida Department of Labor and something.
Well, FDLE, Florida. No, it's not. It's not labor. FDLE, law enforcement. Florida Department of Law Enforcement. Okay, I believe. So that it'll start there. So it's like, again, it's like our version of the FBI. So like they're going to investigate crimes. So wherever he is, somebody's going to report him to the state. Somebody's got to be seeing this. We've got jiu-jitsu practitioners who are, look, we got Secret Service agent on the board. There are people in law enforcement that are seeing this, and somebody eventually is going to be like, has anybody looked into this guy? We're seeing all these complaints about getting scammed, and now he's out there kind of like, puffing his chest like, fuck you, I got all this money. That never works out well. If you're like that much, sunlight's the best disinfectant, you've got a lot of sunlight on you. So forget about the jiu-jitsu side of things. Eventually, somebody's going to be looking into the business side of this, and he's going to get into a lot of freaking trouble.
History says you're not going to get in trouble. Like, for me, a prime example is Lloyd Irving, right? Lloyd Irving was on trial in the 80s for rape, got off on the I couldn't get a hard on defense, and they let him off. His student base has raped its own members, and he has paid the litigation fees for those members. when Keenan Cornelius left TLI, all the stuff he wrote about and all the support he got, talking about the shit that Lloyd Irving was doing to his medal chasers and such, people just forgot 8 months later.
I didn't even hear about that until after the stuff happened here in Florida.
Really? That was massive.
I mean, I remember I was, I'm 12 years into jiu-jitsu. I started hearing about the craziness year 5 or 6, what had happened within the fight sports organizations here or affiliates in Florida. And then I was just like, oh my God, what's going on here? And then, continue forward. We launched Academy Safe because of this. And, you hear more and more. I didn't hear about the Lord Irving stuff till after I heard about the fight sports stuff. Because even the fight sports stuff came out years after the things had actually happened.
Really?
It was because Tex Johnson, got poked in the eye by one of the guys. And then he went online and put him on blast, sunlight, disinfectant, right? And then all of a sudden everybody was just like, why is this guy teaching? This guy just got, convicted or accused of raping a girl. And you're teaching at a kid's, you're in a like behind the desk and in a kid's class at another academy. You're not supposed to be around kids. Yeah. And then all of a sudden both guys that got accused of things here in Florida are gone.
It's crazy that a guy who has his own accusations is slinging similar accusations.
I'm who?
Tex Johnson.
Oh, does he have accusations as well? Oh, I don't know.
And he's in Palm Beach, if I remember correctly.
Oh, I don't. He's usually back in. I think he's in New York again.
Okay,
I think. Last video after the whole breakdown at the airport, you saw that video, right? Who? Tex Johnson.
I know
on the airplane thing.
Other than he's apparently has a very fiery temper, and he's been accused of some nasty shit. That's literally all I know about.
No, he had they wound up wheeling him out of the airport on a gurney. He's screaming and yelling. He was screaming and yelling. He got thrown off of a plane, screaming and yelling at the stewardesses and stuff.
Crazy stuff, or like, bitches, I hate you.
I forget what they were telling. I think they were telling, I don't know, something about maybe his bag was, one of these things. They got him on video yelling at these stewardesses, and then the next thing you see him, police have him on a gurney.
Hey.
I think, handcuffed to the gurney, rolling him out. And it was
you can't
craziness.
Fuck around on planes, guys. They will get you immediately.
Yeah, I don't know what's happened with that. I don't know if he got charged, if he's got to go to court. But after that, the one of the video, he's just been, he does his videos and he walks around, does a lot of stuff with food. Does a lot of his Instagram's a lot about food. And then he was just walking around New York City and doing one of his videos, and that was it. But I'm sure that didn't just go away. Yeah, because they're big fines if you disturb.
Get taken off a plane by the cops, you're getting a felony.
Yeah, it's
the FAA is a whole different thing.
Yeah, immediately it's federal.
Yeah,
you're on a plane. All right, we've given Moneyberg enough time. So I don't know that we're going to be able to get through we'd have to go through our red flags. I can go through my list. You can go through your list. We can talk about these real quick. We'll save the no-gi versus no is one of my on my list. We were going to talk about no-gi versus gi, which one's more realistic. It's actually on my list here. So I'm going to start. I didn't put these in any particular order, but why don't I give one and you give one?
Anything.
You have a top 10 list and I have a top 11 list.
I actually have 11 as well.
Okay. So we'll give them a bonus list. So let's go through them. We've got less than a half hour, so we don't want to go too deep into each one of them. Probably the one that I'd like to go into is the gi versus no gi, though.
Okay, let's do it.
So number one, my red flag, not enough black belts or even higher colored belts on the mats at a gym. Now, I said academy because you have a martial art, you have an MMA academy, so you can factor that in as well. I'm a jiu-jitsu guy, so in my mind, when I walk into jiu-jitsu academy, there are no black belts or colored belts on the mat, on a Monday, when that's usually schools are the busiest, everybody's coming off the weekend. I'm like, what's going on here? Especially if they're not a new gym. Yeah. If it's an older gym, where are your seasoned, jiu-jitsu players? Go ahead. That's my number one.
Okay. My number one is bad hygiene. If you walk in and you got hair tumbleweeds and it smells like mildew or mold and the guys in white gis got brown spots on them and no one's saying anything. No, sir. Look, it's very easy. If you walk in and people are off the mat barefooted, that's not the place for me.
Yeah, so this one, what I had was coach walks into the bathroom barefoot. The coach.
Anyone. If anyone walks in the
But if the coach is setting that example, like I was at my last school, he would go in and be like, I'd be like, he would know that I was talking about it on the podcast. I would always talk about fingernails and feet. I would go off the mat. If I didn't have slipper, I'd go get my sneakers, bring them to the bathroom, in my gate, put them on.
Yeah.
Middle of class, go to the bathroom, and then go put my sneakers back.
Yeah.
Like middle of winter, I didn't have my slippers, and I wouldn't bring slippers, so I would get my sneakers. And he knew I was talking about it. They finally did some mats where you keep them wet.
Yeah,
it was like a disinfectant, but
no,
it ran out right away. It ran out, and then they were just these dry mats that were sitting in front of like.
And it doesn't matter, man. You're gonna get hookworm just walking around barefoot in the bathroom.
Okay, so not allowed to train at other schools. That's a big one.
Yeah.
No, you can. No, one master. You have one master.
Yeah, that I understand going, hey man, don't train at the gym a block and a half away, but
why not?
I don't know, just weird. I would assume like the concern of the coach would be this is close enough to actually be a threat.
In what way?
Like monetarily. Okay. This is close enough to actually be a threat, so okay, maybe not. But I'm going to visit my friend in Fort Lauderdale. I'm going out to Boca to see my girlfriend. Like, you should totally go.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, the likelihood of you being, like your coach being friendly with the guy that's got an academy right across the street, or even let's just say up the road, I get it from a business perspective. It worries you. I'm going to lose this student. But you're an owner. I'm not an owner. So we get to say, this is how I'm feeling as you shouldn't tell me. You have no say in where I go.
Yeah.
I'm paying you. I like the traditional style where I'm going to bow to you. I appreciate you. You are my mentor, whether you're younger or older than me. I appreciate you. And I know as a business person, I'm actually going to respect that and say, yeah, I'm not going to go right up the road, man. That's just, it's shitty of me. But for somebody that doesn't know and is just like, hey, my buddy trains across the street, I want to go. Yeah, and he goes and then you see some videos or you see something on Instagram and then the coach gets upset and you can't figure out why. It's kind of common sense to not do that. Or if you're going to, don't put your fucking pictures all over. Don't put yourself lined up with them. Don't, the end of the class picture. Don't add it to your feed. So you should, there's a level of respect and I get that. But at the same time, I don't think that any coach has a place.
No. At the end of the day, you are providing a service.
The only time, now there are levels to this, right? So we're talking about very specifically, like if you're training somewhere, like, hobbyist. A lot of people don't like that word when I use it, but it's a little bit different than you're a professional fighter.
Yeah.
And you're not going to go to the gym of like a main competitor. Like I know there was like that rift between like Black Zillions and AT American Top Team. And they even did the UFC. They did an Ultimate Fighter with them. Like, there's levels. So I'm talking more about like the hobbyist level. I just would have enough. I'd be self-aware enough that I'm not going to just go to your main competitor because it's really shitty of me.
That's more.
I'll go when I'm out of state or I travel. Just for the record, other than going to Drew's Academy because he was, he was somebody local and I had trained with him in my first school. I never traveled. I never traveled anywhere with my gi. My ex-wife frowned upon me like going to too much jiu-jitsu. Like my time with her was my time with her. So just wasn't in those situations, but I didn't, I've been to 3 schools. I'm in my 3rd school after I got my black belt. And I really only traveled to like a handful. I went to Costa Rica, did stuff like that. So I'm not somebody that went to a lot of schools, but I see the benefit. And now when people ask me, I encourage it. But I definitely don't think a coach has a place to tell me that I can't go wherever I want. So unless it was at a higher level. A lot
of that will be based on your closeness to the coach. Okay. Like you got your competitors, your everyday guys, the people that you're actually friends with, and they know your beefs, your friendships, whatever. Like I got 2 schools that I'm like, if you're friends with me, you don't train with those people. And that's my personal beef. Whether you want to take that up on your own, that's on you. But I would take it as a slight, but beyond that, no. I send my guys around to places to train.
It's smart.
Traveling and stuff. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
I don't like gyms that charge for belts. I think it's a huge red flag.
I've never been at a gym. I know that it exists. I know that they tried to institute it at the affiliation that I was in previously. And when I asked my coach about it, he's just like, shh, don't. He's like, we're not going to do it here. Don't worry. So he's like, shh, don't want people hearing it. because it was like a rumor, and then I saw something online, and then there was a rift between other schools and the affiliate owner, and it never happened.
Mm-hmm.
But kind of feel like my membership's enough. My monthly should be enough.
Let's say on average
for the $20 or less belt.
If we make the math easy, and you're paying $100 a month, and you're getting graded on a traditional scale, which would be your blue belt in about 1.5 to 2 years. In 2 years, you've paid $2,400 in dues at $100 a month. A good belt costs $750. Can I
$7.50.
Yeah. Can I afford $7.50 for your belt and 75 cents for a tinfoil certificate that I print?
So the thinking is so we understand that that stuff is cheap. What is the thinking behind that for the schools that do charge? What are they saying that's for? Like
your promotion. So there's some schools, like I had a buddy who, to get his black belt, he paid $500. And I'm like, what do you get? And he goes, oh, well, all the black belts get a black kimono from this company. I was like, dude, I buy kimonos. If they have a brand deal, he's not paying more than $50 a kimono. And I know that brand.
What else?
He's not.
Certificate, belt,
You get a certificate, a belt, and the gi. And I'm like, okay. Now,
what else?
I have other friends.
IBJJF registration? You're covering it for me? No.
I have other friends that when they do their promotion, they do charge $40 or $50. But when the promotion's over, there's a barbecue and a DJ and a tent and a bounce.
Okay.
And that I don't mind because you're making an event.
Yeah.
Cool. I still think $50 is too much. I'm not going to pay $50.
My last two gyms did, what do they call it? Like potluck kind of, but like everybody bringing snacks and you bring the waters and I'm going to bring the sodas and I'm going to, like that. I think that's ridiculous. I don't know where that came from. Is it a money? Now,
TMA stuff.
I don't want to shit on anybody. I love Maya. I had a great time at Maya. I want to do stuff with Maya. Do they pitch charging for belt promotions?
I think it's something that's very normal in traditional martial arts. I rallied against it immediately. My very first coach, I was about 6 months in. I was good. I was a competitor. I was submitting guys. I was winning stuff. And we're about 6 months in. And I remember hearing him just like complaining that he wasn't making a lot of money. And then 2 weeks later, he's like, you're ready for your blue belt. And I'm like, shouldn't I have like another year? And then he's like, well, you did this, you did this, you did this. And I'm like, okay, those are true. Cool. And this was a green belt. So like second tier, I'm 3 months in. And that was $50. And I'm like, okay. And then another 3 months, so I'm 6 months in, he was talking to me about my blue belt. And he's like, this is $150. And I go, I will never pay you $150 for this belt. He's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, I will never pay you for it. I was like, my goal is not jiu-jitsu. My goal is MMA. So if I'm the baddest white belt in the fucking world, I'm cool with it. And he was like, okay, don't worry. I understand you're broke. When you have it, pay to me. And I'm like, I will never
pay you $150.
Give you this money.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been in a gym yet that's even thought about doing that or told us.
I talked to a gym owner from California, and she was like, did I tell you that last year I made $88,000 on promotions? And I'm like, that's dirty money, period. You already have members that are paying you hundreds of dollars a month. You can't afford to give them a belt and a certificate.
I get the some type of course, but like, hey, we're doing it covers your. Let me cover your belt. You're gonna get a belt, a gi, a certificate, and you said like $50 because they're doing a party afterwards or something like that. I mean, if it was something like, listen, it's just. I think my old academy for the kids, they didn't do it for the adults. I think they might be doing it now. Some people have been like, oh yeah, like I got my next bill. Like when I saw the charge, it had a fee on top of it for the this, that, the other thing for the promotion. I think I'm not 100% sure, but I just wouldn't. I don't think it's good business. I also don't think it's good business. Just like I don't like contracts. Did you say contracts? We both have contracts on our list. Yeah. That was the next one I'll say is I don't believe in the contracts. I know again, Maya. Preaches contracts. Rob advises people to do contracts. I don't
there's a
like
difference
them.
Between a contract and an agreement.
Like what we were saying before, what I was saying before, like a letter of understanding, like let's just lay out our responsibilities. Book that.
So a contract is you are in this for 6 years, 3 years, whatever. If you cancel, you'll be penalized at a percentage of X, right? The way my contracts or agreements are, if you don't like it, 30 days notice, 1 billing cycle, no harm, no foul. It's just like canceling your cable, your phone, whatever, without the extra charges. And you can still use the service over that month. You know, I tell this is at my sign up. This is how it works. If you're moving August 1st, tell me July 1st, no problem. We're good. If you tell me July 25th, you're going to get billed again.
Yeah.
30 days is reasonable.
Sure.
You know, but locking people in, I have guys that have left gyms in my area come to mine, and after a couple months be like, I canceled here or there. I'm still getting billed monthly.
Yeah.
Like I had a guy whose contract expired. He did not renew. He moved over to mine, and they still kept billing him. And when he went in, he was like, hey, I expired in December.
I know a coach
It's now January. And they're like, oh, well, you can cancel your current contract by buying out for $800. He goes, I never started it.
I know a school. I know a coach who sold his part of the business, moved to another country, and left the recurring billing on, and kept the money. He left. That's and he billed for like another couple of months. The new owners were like, we were billing, we had to refund, fight him for the money, and I think they got some of it back, but he was in another country, and that's dirty.
Super dirty.
Dirty. He failed, left the country, did some stuff, came back, started anew. Anyway, okay. So let's go to now that we're doing Academy Safe, this is a red flag for me is that they don't do background checks.
Yeah, same.
That's a big one, right?
The amount I've learned from dealing with like you and Academy Safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, we go down those 8 items. It's like, these are all things that are good for my business. There's nothing here that's just like, what do you mean I got to have an AED? Like, and like we're talking about AEDs with Matt Walsh at 10th Planet, Pompano, and they're doing it. It wasn't because he was becoming a member, but maybe they, from our conversations, like I probably should have an AED. They're going to do the training with Shane the next weekend, and a guy has a heart attack the week before the training. They got an AED. It got I believe they had it and it was delivered. They don't know if they needed to use it that day, but the week before they're doing the CPR certifications, that Shane's going to come in and do the certifications at the academy, a guy has a freaking heart attack. So somebody tells me that they don't need it, I think it's just absolutely ridiculous. But go ahead with your next one.
Let's see. We covered that one. Gyms that don't compete or roll.
Okay.
If you're doing real jiu-jitsu, you have to roll.
Compete in tournaments or compete just with rolling sessions?
If your gym is like, we don't go to tournaments, our jiu-jitsu's too deadly.
Yeah.
Those guys.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Hey, because there are people that have turned jiu-jitsu into death touch kung fu.
Yeah.
We can't go live. Someone's gonna get hurt.
Mm. That's all bullshit.
Yeah.
So as far as competing, I competed. I think it's valuable for everybody. I don't compete now. I stopped competing after my heart attack. Competed once, then stopped, and I haven't done it again. I actually answered a question. I think it's in a YouTube comment on one of the shows. Might have even been just a clip of me talking about the heart attack, and the guy's like, I have had a heart attack and I'm scared to compete. And I'm like, look, you're going to be fine. You just have to get your confidence back. I have my confidence back now, as far as my confidence in my cardio, and I'm not going to die on the mat. But when you come back and you start your heart, you literally feel your whole body beating. You think you're about to have another heart attack, and you can't go into a competition like that. Like, oh shit, I might die from, trying to get an armbar on somebody. Yeah. And it was just like out of breath really quickly, but I've gotten that back. So it doesn't bother me. I just don't compete now because I just feel old and I feel like I really don't have the time to prepare properly.
I don't compete because I don't want to kill a teenager in a parking lot.
That was funny what you said the other day. But I mean, I would love to compete again, and I picture myself competing again. I just have to do it when I know that I can not embarrass myself, be legitimately prepared. You can only wear or buy the gym's gear.
That's whack. Now, I understand, I do a quote-unquote dress code. Wear some team kit.
Yeah.
Wear some team kit. When I play,
but you're not throwing anybody out or telling them, no, you can't wear that. Go to the front. You have to buy it.
I tell people, hey, I know you got shirts. I've given them to you.
Yeah.
Wear them when you come in.
Yeah.
Oh, they're dirty. Bro, you're 25. Do laundry.
Yeah.
I've had those conversations, but.
Mandatory, you line up. A student only wears our white gi with this lettering on it, that. You can only wear our rash guard underneath.
Even just the color.
I think that's a bit too much.
You can only wear white. blow me.
Yeah.
Like, no. That shit's nuts.
I do get, again, we had some guys on from Gracie Baja. They were supposed to fly in. There was a storm. They didn't. We did it by Zoom. The Raised by Lions coffee guys, those, remember? So I do see the value. This is where I see the value. For kids, and even like troubled kids as they're getting older, having that uniform, everything being the same structures. There's some people that need structure, right down to, with Gracie Baja, there's also the curriculum. 10th Planet, there's a curriculum. It's like, this is written and you do it like this, and then you have to know this to do this. And when you come in here, start doing your warm-ups, you're doing this, this, and this. I think that is valuable for some people. For me as an adult or any adult, I wouldn't say you have to go into that. If, again, you're a troubled teen, if you're somebody with like concentration issues, you have problems with certain things, like that uniform, that structure. You line up, we start promptly at this time, we end at this time, we end the class the same way every time. It's good for some people. But it feels like, and the joke, I'm not saying this, I've never stepped into a Gracie Baja, ever. The joke and the diss on them is that it's all a money grab. Is it? I don't know. But they've got a great program, and I think, aren't they one of like the largest affiliates on the planet?
They are one of the largest affiliates on the planet. I will say this, when my guys are matched up against Gracie Baja on the cross bracket, unless they're a brown or a black belt, I am not threatened at all.
Yeah.
I find that their lower belts don't compete well.
Okay.
But also, like, you can't guarantee quality when you're promoting off of class. Not everyone is going to be worth a stripe in 50 classes.
Okay.
And then
how do you do it? Is it, are you monitoring how many classes they showed up at, and then just like personal development?
There is a minimum. If you're training once a week, you're going to have a real hard time getting promoted because you're not going to retain anything. Twice a week is my bare minimum for the thought of being able to retain information and actually be able to execute it on a certain level. If you're a competitor, it's going to be way harder to get promoted because I have higher expectations of you. If you're a dad who trains just to hang out with his 14-year-old, very different.
Yeah.
I
do think it's individual merit. Like, I don't think it should be, well, let me put you next to him and then say, yeah, you deserve it and you don't.
What I look for
is like, how far have you come?
Yeah. And it's also competency. If I'm like, hey, man, can you execute a Kimura sweep? Great. Can you not release that Kimura and dismount into side control for an attack? Can you take that attack and, again, without releasing your hands, transition to north-south and then into the arm bar? Like, I have to know that you can functionally do jiu-jitsu, but the expectation of like a green belt or a blue belt or a purple belt are obviously vastly different. It'll become volume. I personally think, like, when you get into the purple, brown, black, not only should you be able to execute, but you should be able to explain and or teach those movements. I believe I use like a big brother system. My upper belts help my moderate belts, which help my lower belts.
Sure.
And I don't know if that's just because I was so coach oriented that I wanted to, like, I want to become a coach, this is what I want to do. But if you're going to be a competitor, you don't have to know just the ins, you have to know the outs.
Okay.
And there's no better way to gain competency than to help someone else.
Yeah. Okay. I like it. Go ahead. Next one. Got a few minutes left.
Covered that one, covered that one, covered that one, covered.
I'll do one while you're looking. No women on the mat. Now, can be different, especially for like an MMA academy where people are getting punched in the face. You're probably going to see less women.
Yeah.
But I do believe that, let's say specifically for a woman, and if you have kids, if I was bringing a child to jiu-jitsu, I want to see girls and women on the mat and coaches. That makes me feel more comfortable than me leaving my male or female child, especially my female child. I'm a girl dad. If I dropped off my daughter and it's in a room full of men, I'm definitely not leaving. But if I had to drop her off and then I find out, like, you're the only girl here, I think that's a red flag. Maybe that's a great gym. You just shouldn't bring your kid there.
I don't know. Like, we have a moderately small amount of women. We have very active women. We have them in our classes. And I think because we do have fighters and fighting, that we maybe get a little less. It could be an intimidating area.
Yeah.
I had a young girl come in. She's like a lifelong gymnast. She had an interest in wrestling. She did a class. She worked with one of the other girls. She had a great time. And the dad was like, I think she was intimidated by the fact there was a bunch of dudes.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
It's combat sports.
So there's doesn't mean it's a bad school.
Yeah.
But as far as like a choice, if I'm an adult woman or if I'm somebody trying to find a place for my child, that for me is a red flag. Not a red flag that they are a horrible school and they're a bunch of dirtbags. It's just, I'm definitely not going to bring my child there. I need to see male, female presence, other female children. If I'm a woman, I want to see other girls.
My kids' classes are like 2/3 girls.
Yeah.
But my adults are 80% guys.
Yeah. You got to recruit those moms.
Trying.
Yeah. I mean, again, if they're watching class and they're seeing people getting punched in the face, like, ooh, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
It's hard. Again, I know. I'm talking about, for me, jiu-jitsu academies. Let's see. Go ahead. Did you have another one? Go ahead.
Schools that only spar hard.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, that's
you
just
can do jiu-jitsu hard.
Yeah.
Because you got the tap. But in a lot of these areas, like, one, guys don't want to tap. Or two, since people are sparring hard, they're going hard, you're getting more injuries.
Sure.
So I don't want to tap because I can turn over and there goes the ligament, whatever. And then in terms of like MMA or striking, you're going to have CTE in 5 years. Not even. If you're leaving your brain cells in the gym, you're going to have a shortened career. You're going to have a less efficient career. You're going to perform worse. You're not going to learn as well. And you're going to be messed up.
All right. So my next one is, I experienced this, even though we have a lot of students at the old school I was at, that there's only one coach. We had coaches come and go, but there was always one coach. And again, until I left and I went and I experienced a place where it's just like, oh, wow, there's, 15 black belts lined up at the front on a Monday night for no other reason than it's Monday. And we have like a never miss Monday kind of like attitude there. If you're going to come on at least come on Monday. So like one coach, I am master here. I was in a situation where like if you showed a move to somebody after class, he'd come over and be like, oh, no, like it's just like there was no sharing of information where like we knew we'd be like, just do it real quick. Show me, how did you do that thing? Like we'd have to whisper it or be like, hey, show me when he goes in the other room, show me something.
If you guys did moves that he didn't teach you, was he like, we don't do that here?
No, not to that extent, but it was a lot of like, again, like if I was showing you, if you and I were working on something in the corner, he'd walk over and be like, well, hold on, let me show you this. And then it'd be a completely different move. Like I'm showing it, like I'd have to explain, I'd be like, I'm on the floor and I'm like, he asked me about this thing, I'm just showing him. Like I'd have to be like, don't worry, I'm not showing him something weird that I'm learning. I'm showing him something you taught me, but because we did this, right?
Yeah.
So especially like with the lockdown, I definitely took to the lockdown. So like somebody'd be like, how do you do this? Or I'd be like, man, I got that lockdown on you every time I roll with you. Like, let me show you how to get out. Like I like doing that. Like, let me show you how to get out because it's going to make me better. If you learn how to get out, it's going to make it harder for me. Yeah. Now I got to figure out other ways to do this to you or other things I could do. So I didn't like that like one master kind of thing. And again, most of the coaches that we had would like get fired or leave. So we never had like coaches around forever. And then to go to a school where it's just like the coaches at the front of the class are guys that have been there since they were white belts. So they've been there 10 plus years. Again, I'm only in my third academy. I didn't experience that anywhere else. My first two academies, one closed after 2 years, and then I had my experience that I had at the old academy. So I'd never to see that go like, oh, it's different in other places. It's black belts people don't get their black belt and then leave, and and then I know why they left and hearing the stories about being disrespected or whatever it was why they left. There was it's like there's a reason why these people leave. Some people have just moved away, and then some people quietly left and didn't say anything to him, so he doesn't know. But then hearing it from him, I was like, yeah, I left. This is why. Like that was, again, one coach, always the same coach. Well, you go to my class, like there's like 4 black belts, 5 black belts that I'm the new guy. I'm the anomaly. I line up, and all those guys have known each other for like a decade or more. I'm the newbie there.
Yeah.
So that's, for me, I know that's a red flag. You go into a gym, you see people line up, you're going to do jiu-jitsu, go for 1 week. How many black belts did you see? How many color belts did you see? If they've been around for 10 years and there aren't a bunch of black belts or brown belts, you maybe start asking like, hey, how come, Do we have other students that aren't here today? What's going on? I think it for me, it's maybe not something that's quite obvious to somebody walking in or mom or dad just trying to find little Johnny at class. But for me, that's a red flag. Very small class on Monday when most people are the busiest because it usually fades out. It does
kind of suck how much Monday is so much bigger than Thursday.
Yeah. Go ahead. Next one.
I think we're
going to wrap.
We had a bunch overlapping.
Yeah, so I'm going to I'll read off some of the other ones that I had. So I had never seen the mats being clean. So you talked about hygiene. And then I would say really I'm a marketing guy. We help people with their Google business profile. So I check everybody's reviews and look at those reviews. And you got to, in that case, if you're bringing your kid to a place, you really need to go through the negatives and make sure there wasn't things with kids or there were inappropriate behavior. I won't go into my review. So bad reviews, and then we'll make this the last topic because we were going to make this a bigger topic to talk about. If there's a coach that's shitting on gi or no gi, when there's if you're an all no gi school, that's great, but you shouldn't be shitting on gi jiu-jitsu. And a gi jiu-jitsu guy that's throwing around in your underwear or whatever. I don't like that either way. One of the things that we spoke about just by text before or yesterday was when somebody is shitting on gi jiu-jitsu because they're saying it's not realistic, because you're manipulating the clothing. And my argument is, isn't that the more realistic jiu-jitsu? If I'm doing no gi only and I can't grab your clothing at all, even if you have a t-shirt, I know how I can. If you were on top, I can bunch up your shirt and get a nice cross-collar choke, right? Or a baseball bat choke. Right? Isn't that the realistic jiu-jitsu versus, oh no, we're doing something where we can't, a lot of times no-gi guys, they feel like fish out of water when they go to a gi class because they're man, they're just grabbing all my shit. And right? Isn't that the more realistic? What's your opinion?
So I was a bouncer for close to a decade, and I have used clothes in controlling individuals. Sure. Without a doubt. I think you have certain overlaps. I think gi is more applicable in that you can use their clothing as weapons. I think within the context of jiu-jitsu, we subconsciously make aware the rules, but there are no rules in a street or real life altercation. So I can't grab your rash guard, but I can strangle the shit out of you with a t-shirt. Yeah. Facts. Dude, Hulk Hogan had to cut his collars because they don't tear easily. Yeah. They're not going to tear when you're thumb in around a neck.
As long as you bunch it up and you have enough material. There's a great video out there. It's just it's a scene. I don't know if it was a jiu-jitsu scene. It was a well done. I don't know if it's from something bigger, but it's a guy's really hitting on a woman at a bar, and he's making her uncomfortable. And eventually she's like, yeah, come here. And she puts one hand into his suit jacket and puts the other one in and gets him real close and then chokes him, right? I was just that does make sense, right? Yeah. And there goes the argument. Unless you're fighting on the beach in your shorts, after, you're going to have clothing to help manipulate this person. And, especially right? Again, a suit jacket, a winter coat. We know what to do with that. I can use that to manipulate you and hold you down.
The norms of when you watch kids fight and you see the videos online, hey, quit grabbing his clothes, quit pulling hair. There are no rules.
Yeah.
Special thank you to the crew over at Flow and Roll for all their support. Flow and Roll is renowned for their incredible no-gi rash guards, shorts, and leggings. Flow and Roll has quickly become the premier custom apparel provider for academies big and small throughout the United States. Reach out today to discuss your custom order and ask about their incredible pre-order program. You can send an email to flowandroll@gmail.com or visit their Instagram @flow_n_roll and shoot them a direct message. And yes, they can create an awesome custom gi for your academy as well. Visit flowandroll.com to check out their awesome designs, and remember, you'll get 20% off your purchase of t-shirts, rash guards, or gis with code JJD.
Is your business getting lost online? Black Belt Digital Marketing is a full-service digital marketing agency that helps you get found, get leads, and grow. We specialize in local and website SEO, so your business stands out when customers search. Our website SEO makes sure your site loads fast, ranks high, and stays ahead of AI-driven search, so customers find you first. More visibility, more clicks. More customers right when they're ready to buy. Grow your business online with Black Belt Digital Marketing. Visit bbdigitalmarketing.com or call 9542-204932 today.
You know,
my last one is, I'm sorry, we do have to cut it short because we've got to go. My last one was red flag if they're not accredited with Academy Safe.
Facts.
We'll leave it there. Let me just Leo Optics. Let's show them our glasses. Thank you to Leo Optics, our go-to brand for sunglasses and apparel, featuring these unique bamboo sunglasses. Go ahead and show them the stripe. You want to give them the stripe? Born in Southern California, their products embody the BJJ lifestyle that we all know and love. Visit leooptics.com and use code JJD to get 10% off your order. They are also supporters of Academy Safe, so thank you. That's it. At Jiu-Jitsu Dummies for all the ways to watch, listen, and support. My IG, my personal IG, if you want to check me out, is Uncle Milty BJJ. Go ahead and where can they find you again? MMA Coach Ben?
And foremost.
You got to do this one quick.
MMA Coach Ben on Instagram and the Tiki-Taki.
You got any events coming up?
I do not. Well, we have guys fighting. October
This will come
11th.
out Wednesday. This will come out next Wednesday, okay. So anything after that?
October 11th. The boys from Palm Beach Gardens are heading into the Combatagon. Combat Night is having their first pro event in Broward County for the last 6 years on October 11th. Not any small club, but at the Gulfstream Park Casino. We are taking over
Gulfstream
the casino. It's Pembroke Pines, Howardale.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So it's a little ways south. But if you want to watch 4 of the ATT Palm Beach Gardens boys beat the dog shit out of some people, I'm sure you can.
Get me a press pass.
We'll make a couple
No, I'll get some tickets. I would love to support. I'll get some tickets. You got to let me know early so I can get some good tickets.
Yes, sir. I'll let you know. But tickets are selling fast. Tables already totally sold out. We are running out of VIP seats. If you do not want to get stuck in general admission, buy your tickets now. You can find the link at ATT PBG's Instagram. It is in the link in bio. Take advantage. Buy your tickets there. You can also hear me call the action as the voice of the combatant.
Bro, you're a really good commentator. You're really good at everything you do, bro.
I appreciate it.
I'm happy to have you here, brother.
Hell yeah.
You make me look a lot better.
I'm happy to be here. Are you talking?
You make me look more handsome. No, I didn't mean that. You make the show better, bro. I'm very much am very appreciative of the day that you came on and then you were like, hey, man, if you ever need a co-host.
Holler at your boy.
You dropped it a couple of times, and then I'm like, I didn't say anything, and then
the third thing I said to you.
Yeah, and then I knew in the back of my mind, I'm usually like, okay, he planted that seed. We'll see if it comes, if he asks again, if it comes around, if he's really serious about it.
Hell yeah.
But we're gonna leave it there. Thank you for watching and listening, everybody. Peace, love, jiu-jitsu.
Oh.